Alright, hello and welcome. My name is MadpwnageTTV and today we have top 10 tips for honor. This is for new players and old players alike, anybody's just trying to sharpen up their skills or anything. Pretty much just a guide on how to get good, all that good stuff that everybody needs to know. If you like the video, make sure you leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see the next video, and also leave a comment with any thoughts or anything like that, or just let me know if any of these worked for you. With that being said, let's begin. Number 1. Get good with reaction times in your parries. Alright, so I can't tell you how many times, somebody's just died right away because they don't know how to dodge an unblockable or, simply block light attacks. Get good with it. I know that sounds kind of meh, but, get good with blocking attacks, get good with dodging unblockables, and get good with parrying. Alright, I just can't tell you how much that will help your gameplay if you just hop into training for like 15 minutes a day and just work on what you suck at when it comes to parries and whatnot. Light spamming is kind of it's kind of, but do your best, right? Just get good at it. Alright, moving on. So, number 2. This game is a reaction/prediction based mind game. What you gotta do is exactly what your opponent doesn't think you're gonna do. You throw an unblockable, like an unblockable heavy, more than likely they're gonna think that thing's gonna go through. So you soft feint that motherfucker into a guard break, and you get your free guard break, and then your free punish right after that. Very important. Alright, so always do exactly what they don't think that you're gonna do. Alright, that's... yes. Anyway, so moving right along. Alright, so now we got tip number 3. Number 3. I say this as like, test your opponent, meaning go in there, throw an unblockable like we just said, and see what they do. Maybe feint it, and then see if they throw an option select your way. Because there's a lot of characters and a lot of people that will just throw that move out there, man. They don't want to deal with that. They want to start their combo up and, start, stabbing you in the face. So feint that unblockable, see if they option select you. And if they do, then alright, okay, they just got an option select off, that's fine. Next time, do it, feint that shit and parry that motherfucker. I can't say it any simpler than that. Like, you got to predict, and so you test your opponent and you see if he does it. If he does it, then you're going to get a guaranteed parry, after that. So test your opponent, see if he's an option selecting lead. Moving right along. Use your hyper armor. Alright, so there's several ways that you can use your hyper armor to help you out. One of the best ways that I know how to use it, I'm a Centurion main, Rep 70 Centurion. You guys can catch that gameplay on Twitch. MadpwnageTTV. Anyway, okay, so how I use my hyper armor with my character, I only have one move. That's that. I don't even know the name of it, if we're being real, but it's a jump attack that looks like Eagle's Talons, but it's not Eagle's Talons. It gives you hyper armor when you're midair. So a time that I've really noticed to use this, here's a prime example, is Nabushi's. So a Nabushi, she'll just light spam me, man, and she'll just keep on poking me before I can even, get up with a kick or, try and bait a guard break or anything like that. I can't even get up and light attack her because she has longer range than I do, and she's just spamming that light button, so I can't even get close. So how you counter that when you can't even touch him is use that hyper armor. Okay, Centurion example here. I'm a Cent main, but you got to be a little bit creative with your own characters. So jump in the air and stab her, and your hyper armor will go through, and you'll trade for a light attack. But then from there, you're able to go into a punch, your jab, and you can mix that up into combos from there on out. But you just effectively close the gap between you and her. Using that move there. So that's just an example. Use your hyper armor, alright? It's there for a reason. Next, we have number 5. Tip number 5. Feint Heavies to bait attacks. That's very important. Alright, so how many times have you guys ran into a light spamming, dodge attack spamming Kensei, and you're doing your best, man, but then he's just with his R1, and then, you know, to mix it up a little bit, you think you got him, and then boom, dodge attack, and you threw a light attack already, so you can't even defend yourself afterwards, because, like, how the frame shit works is that, like, you can throw a light, but then you won't recover enough in time to block or parry that dodge attack from the Kensei. So what you do is you just feint that heavy, get that parry off, nice and juicy. But that's if they're spamming those dodge attacks. That's how you get around that right there. Is, you know, just heavy, and then they're gonna do a dodge attack. You know, you guys know the characters that I'm talking about, the people that do it. So just get that free parry off, and then that's how you take care of that. Okay. Moving on. Alright, so punish the enemy if they go out of stam. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, you spamming. Oh, screw you. You shouldn't have gone out of stam against me. Alright, so whenever somebody is out of stam, that's your chance. Alright, go unload on them with unblockables and keep them out of stam for as long as possible, because you're just getting free damage. As a Centurion, what I do is I go into light jab mix-ups. Yeah, you might say it's light spam. Okay, that's fine. I only do it when they're out of stam. So you go in there and punch, light, punch, light, or punch, light, punch, light, punch, light, punch, light. And if they don't know how to dodge, or if they're too nervous to dodge to eat that eagle's talons, then just keep on doing it. It's GG. Punish that out of stam. Keep them out of stam, you know. Show them that they don't want to run out of stam against you. I've seen so many people that don't, you know, capitalize on the fact that they just got their enemy or, you know, their enemy knocked themselves out of stam, whatever, it doesn't matter. I've seen so many people that don't capitalize on that. Immediately dive in there, get in their face, start throwing unblockables and, like, unblockable heavies, too. It's GG. Trust me. Alright, they can't fight. Anyway, moving on. 7. Proper techniques and punishes. Alright, I can't tell you how many times, like, I've met characters that they just don't know what, like, not characters, excuse me. I've met people that play characters that they just don't know the proper punishes. Like, they don't know that they get, whatever, a light or a heavy attack for whenever they get a parry from a light attack or a heavy attack. And same, like, if they get a guard break and whatnot, or if they land, like, a level 1 unblockable, they don't know that they can actually, like, light attack and then go into combos and whatnot. I believe the example that I have up here right now is, as a Centurion, you can keep somebody on a wall for a very long time with this rework. You know, and that's touching up on number 2, that it's a mind game. You know, it's a reaction/prediction based mind game. So if you know, like if you got them on the wall in my example here that I have, and, like, you know that you're able to keep on doing what you're able to do, like what I do in the example. If you're able, like, it's just, you know, learning what your character is capable of doing just unlocks so many more things and so much more potential for, you know, you to effectively get your kills and whatnot. Learn the proper techniques and punishes. It's very important. Number 8. Find a hero and stick with them. This one's a little, but, like, you know, it's good to learn all the characters, don't get me wrong, but when I say find a hero and stick with them, when I say that, I mean, if you play a hero X amount of time and you get it, like, up to rep 70, for an example, you will have been in so many different situations with that character that there's not going to be anything that's new to you, if that makes sense. You're going to be... Every single situation, more or less, you have been in it before against every single other character that's been released. You will know what to do in every single situation. That's why number 8 is find a hero and stick with them, because when you stick with that hero, you can handle everything. You know, whatever the game throws at you and you're good with that hero, you're able to handle it and, you know, effectively punish or, you know, take out your opponent. Because you've been in every single situation before and you know what to do. I definitely recommend you guys find a main and you stick with that main and get really good with that main. Alright, moving on. Number 9. I might get a little bit hate for this, but hey man, it is what it is, alright? It's a really good move to use. Option select. Number 9 is option select. I don't care, man. All right, I don't really use it myself. Like, if we're being real, like as a Centurion, like you can, but it's. Okay, so anyway, what an option select is, for everybody that doesn't know, it's when you, like, an enemy throws an attack your way, like a heavy, and you throw a zone while your guard is in the direction of where that attack is coming from. And what the game does is it registers that you press the R2 button as if you parried. So you have to do it on parry reaction, so it takes a little bit of skill. But the game registers that you parried. But if they feint it, like, to like bait out a parry of their own, or like feinted it into a guard break, like the Centurion's able to do, the game also registers that you threw a zone. So your zone goes through, so it's either you get a parry or you get your zone to go through. And if they just feinted it into a guard break, that zone's going to get that, free hit on there. So number 9 is option select. It's looked down a lot by the community, and so number 9, option select. It's looked down upon by the community, but it's one of the better techniques that you can learn, and more or less every character could do it. Not every character, it depends on the character's zone, but if your character is not able to do it, a little cheeky, little bonus one right here, literally just throw a light attack. I mean, unless they have hyper armor, of course, but just throw a light, bro, and it just knocks them out of it. It's the most annoying thing in the world, man, but it works. It is what it is. Alright, so number 10. Number 10 is very important, alright? In 1v1s, I've noticed this with so many people, that if you just completely smash them, and, like, they still have a bar of health left, they'll give up. It's not everybody, of course, but they'll give up. Like, that's something, they're just like, fuck it, I'm done. I don't want to play anymore. He beat me. But he still has, like, 2 bars of health left. So, number 10, very important. Never give up and learn from your mistakes. Alright? So, if you just got completely smashed by somebody, learn what you did wrong. Alright? But this touches up on, find a hero and stick with them. So, if you're playing your main hero and then that dude just smashed you over there, find out how the hell he just smashed you and fix it so that the next time you go against somebody who uses those techniques, they don't smash you anymore. But, so, you never give up, and then learn from your mistakes, alright? Adapt and overcome. Figure out what went wrong. Very important. And just never give up. I've taken games back. I was one shot. One shot. They were pretty much full health. Able to turn it around with a Centurion ultimate combo like that, man. It's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. No, not really, because your anxiety is like through the roof because you just don't want them to smack you with like a single light. But anyway, number 10, never give up and learn from your mistakes. So we got an extra one here today, bonus points here, guys. All right, this just shows good character, and the For Honor community has a lot of stigma to it, and I feel if we all start doing this, so we can, slowly fix that. Anyway, number 11, bonus points. Always emote and always say good fight. Alright, always before the fight, show the respect to the other person, emote, get that out. Don't go and get in there and get that free hit. I'm not talking about in Dominion or any 4v4s, I'm talking about in 1v1s and 2v2s. Alright, some people might be, real brawls, screw those guys. Anyway, always emote, and then after the fight, if they just completely smashed you, say good fight, because they just kicked your ass, alright? And then if you just completely smash them, say good fight. Stay humble in your victory, man. You gotta have that little personal honor. Yeah. So number 11, always emote, always say good fight. Very important. Alright, and I think that about wraps it up here for me, guys. My name is MadpwnageTTV. I stream on Twitch 4 days out of the week. That's MadpwnageTTV. Any questions, comments, anything like that, please leave it down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Let me know if any of these tips helped you. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to grow. Please do it. With that being said, it's been my pleasure. And until next time, MadTV out.